Welcome back to Platt365. We are still in Kona, Hawaii, enjoying this beautiful weather in the middle of winter. And this week's episode, we are going to do a little video about a septic installation on our property. 18 acres. We have our RV up there and water and power and now septic. Now we moved our RV up a little early before the septic was done, but we're going to take you through the whole process and the installation of a septic system. Hope you enjoy. This is our third night on the property. We have our newly planted lawn here, some little seedlings that are growing in. Our rig right here. Today is the first day yesterday I worked on some things. I bought a power washer. In New York, I sold all my tools, so I'm slowly but surely picking up tools here and there. So I bought a power washer and I power washed the excavator because that needed to be done, and I power washed the dump trailer because I have a bunch of stain that I bought for the picnic table, and I only used a little bit, and I figured, you know what, might as well stain the dump trailer. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stain this, and that should give it some extra life. I just bought normal wood. I didn't buy pressure treated wood because from what I read online, dump trailers get beat up pretty bad. So if you buy expensive wood, it's just gonna get thrashed. And I did actually break this a couple times and have to kind of put it back together. Yesterday, they completed the first day on the septic. So I wanted to shoot a bunch of footage, but I also didn't want to be in the way. They're professionals doing a kind of an important job, so I kind of left them alone. I snuck a peek while they were working, but now they're gone, so I can come over here and show you what they did. They had this excavator, small one, kind of like mine, a little bigger than mine, and it was clearing out what I'm assuming is the drain field. I don't know why they didn't push it with a blade, but they decided to kind of pick up all the vegetation and put it over there. And this is where, oh, and he's marked it out here. Oh, cool. He's marked out here where the drain fields are going. So today they're gonna start digging these out, and I'm assuming filling them with the pipe. We have a pressure system, which is different than a gravity system. The gravity system is, I think, what you want. It's less expensive, doesn't have a bunch of working parts. Everything I've seen online is gravity, so it's got big black, tubes with crushed rock, and it all just flows out. This is a pressure system, so the way that works is they have these trays, I guess, I don't know what to call them, that lock together, and the pipes, so these trays lock together, and then these pipes, PVC pipes that they drill holes in, is what the pressure is being pushed through onto the trays. But the guy that's doing the work has done about 1 million of these installs. Definitely knows what he's doing. It's hard to get excited about, wastewater, but when you want to hook up an RV and obviously have a house out on a piece of land, it's kind of important. Right here is the connection where the RV hookup and the house hookup are going to meet here. I did find out I need to do a clean out. So every 50 feet you need a clean out, so I'm going to need that probably over here. So I got to dig this back up and put a clean out. The question is, do I need a single clean out or a double clean out? I don't know, so we're going to find that out. You can see the grass is coming in nicely here, starting to look like a lawn, which is pretty cool. I planted all this with the kids. So we're over here at the septic field, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like they have all 4 installed right here. So you can see this fourth one here that have exposed. That's basically what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can also see that they have it all plumbed and ready to go. Now again, if I haven't already said this, this is not a gravity system, this is a pressure system. So it's a little different because of the type of the soil and the county regulations, Pierce County. So this is all going to be pressurized from the tank, sent here, and then it's got this control box here, or control valves, that everything goes into the 4 different drainage fields. It looks like he started digging the hole. We're going to go over there for the septic tank. Now the septic tank, for whatever reason, is kind of on back order. It's going to take a little longer to get here, but only by a couple days, so that's not bad. At first, when he told me that, I was like, oh no, because you can see our RVs over there. Tanks are pretty full, so we want to make sure. Oh my, this is huge. I haven't been over here yet. So he's been digging this hole. Wow. So this hole is quite large. Apparently the septic tank goes right here. I have the line from the RV coming in there, and then it's going to feed out to the field. So this is, if I had to guess, 15 feet by 10 feet by 8-ish feet, maybe 9 feet. So that's big. So yeah, that comes on Friday, and today is Thursday, so tomorrow. That's not bad. Right here, as you can see, is the massive hole for our septic tank. I have no idea why it's that big. Well, probably because it needs to be, but I didn't realize the septic tank was going to be that big. So there it is. There's the power coming from the septic, or from the temp power for the pump, and then the septic field's done. I think that was already done yesterday. So this is day 5. So this is 4 days of work for the septic guys. Day 5 should be dropping the tank in there, which would be pretty exciting. The septic installer yesterday delivered and installed the tanks, big concrete, precast concrete tanks, and we got some of that on video, which is pretty crazy. It was nerve-wracking. I couldn't even watch because as they're backing up, it looked like the whole truck was gonna tip. He said it was no big deal, but it looked like a big deal to Lisa and I. So here we have our septic system. We've got our tanks right here, which there are 3 massive tanks. 1, 2, 3. We've got the tie-in here it's gonna go to the house. I guess we'll have to dig. I just realized that we're gonna have to have an angle off to go to the house, because this goes to the RV and goes into I'm assuming this is like a primary tank, secondary tank, and then a third tank. And then, oh wow, they did use my trench. Looks like they're going to use the trench that I dug here to send this to the septic field. I had to get all the conduit hooked up and all the electrical panels, all the knockouts. I don't know if you've ever done a knockout on a electrical box, but it takes a little bit of know-how. So the first 2 or 3 I did were really bad. So then I had to go. I basically went to the hardware store 3 or 4 times yesterday. It was crazy. So it was one of those days, and it was just pouring rain on me all day, so it made it a little more difficult. I know that working on electrical in the rain probably isn't the best idea, but I didn't have the power on, so it's just running conduit and stuff. So here's my little project from yesterday. It's a mess right now. We've got all this conduit going everywhere, but the concept is the power comes up to the electrical panel and then goes into the shutoff, which then goes into that. I don't know what that is. Air pump, something. And then this shutoff goes to another shutoff right here, which then goes to the controller, which then goes to the pump. I think I got that right. So all that's hooked up. Now today, the project is to make this look a lot better because all this can't be sitting out like this. So I'm gonna take a piece of plywood and put it down here so that I can attach all this. I might cut these a little shorter because they're a little excessively long right now. And I think that's it. Oh, and I've got to run the line, fish the line from the temporary power. So once that's all hooked up, we should be good to go. The septic system should be up and running. I was running conduit. I was coached by the septic guy on how to run it, which was really awesome. Very grateful for his help. However, I just didn't feel like I was doing a very good job and I was getting frustrated. So I called the electrician who hooked up all the power here, and he came out like the next day, which is crazy. I was super excited that he could do that. Came out, hooked it all up yesterday, and did a fantastic job. So here it is, power box, all the conduit going in here. It's all wired up. Pump, aerator, I think that's what it's called. So we're ready to go. Septic guy's probably gonna come out next week and test the system and backfill, which means we're done.
Hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Oh.